Sago, and welcome to the Wholistic Wellness with Michelle channel. In this first video, we're going to take a look at the ins and outs of what you can expect from this channel. Our aim is a journey of exploration to mindfully support the growth and development of a more holistic you, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, through wisely blending and giving space to both Indigenous and Western thought, teachings, and healing practices. I truly hope to bring people together in a good way, in a respectful way, a way in which we can learn together about each other's ways and practices of well-being and health. The spark, if you will, came out on a Saturday morning while I was out walking. I found myself reflecting on the intersections of my life, the things I'm really passionate about. And then I got to thinking, how can I bring that information, that passion, to other people? Some of those intersections, for example, are my own Indigenous heritage and what it has meant to me to walk both worlds as best I can in my lifetime. Mindfulness, meditation, and earthing practices, spirituality, and teachings from the medicine wheel. What healthy communication is between people. My 20-plus year career in Western mental health practice in areas such as cognitive behavioral therapy or CBT, addictions and forensics work, the true history of our country, the stuff that's not typically written about in our textbooks, the tough stuff to talk about, the legacies of residential schools, the tragic findings of grave sites out west this year, and the Truth and Reconciliation Report and its calls to action. Then I found myself pondering the question, what can I do to help others compassionately explore and possibly shift how they think, perceive, and process life experiences from new and non-judgmental perspectives? And through helping, can I enable others to live a better quality of life? Now, I love learning. And I love sharing the knowledge that I've learned because I truly believe that knowledge is not ours to keep. It's something to be shared. Knowledge is a really powerful gift, and what we do with it really does matter. Amongst its vast capabilities, knowledge has, for example, the ability to empower us to deepen and shift our understanding and acceptance of life experiences as they are, not how we think they ought to be, but as they actually are. We humans tend to, not always, but tend to look at life experiences from one side of the coin, if you will, or a tunnel vision. And when we do that, we tend to limit our ability to have a holistic life experience. Knowledge has the power to help us start learning to step back from that and develop a more panoramic perspective about our life experiences. In a nutshell, it helps us to understand that what we think we see and what we think we know as truth usually isn't what is truth. Knowledge has the power to help us develop our own self-sovereignty, which is just a fancy way of saying being able to manage one's own life, mind, body, spirit. Knowledge has the ability to help impact and change how mental health challenges impact our life, such as anxiety and depression. And it does this by not just a pure Western mental health perspective or therapeutic interventions such as cognitive behavioral therapy, but knowledge can help us to see how cognitive behavioral therapy concepts fit very nicely into medicine wheel teachings about what it is to be a whole being, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And a final example, knowledge has the power to help us understand what we can and cannot control in our lives, and help us to learn to accept people and things as they are, not how we think they should be, but how they actually are. Now, I could go on and on and on about the vast capabilities of knowledge, but I hope you get my point. So for context, here's a quick snapshot about myself. My personal background. I have quite a mixed heritage. My primary bloodlines, if you will, are Scottish, English, Welsh, and Indigenous. Regarding the Indigenous, I'm what's typically called non-status. And that's because when my Haudenosaunee or Iroquois grandmother married my English grandfather, under the Indian Act of that time, she lost her status. And when that happened, her descendants therefore also lost their status. Hence, non-status. My professional background, I've been in the helping professions for 20 plus years. I was passionate then, and I remain passionate now, helping people live better qualities of life. And I've tried to do so by finding ways to blend both Indigenous and Western thought and knowledge together about healing practices. I believed then, and I truly believe now, that there are wise ways in which we can blend our knowledge to create wise knowledge, which ultimately will lead to wise practices of ways of wholeness and well-being. So at this point, you might be wondering about the specifics of this channel. So here's the idea. Step 1. I'll post videos on YouTube regularly. Videos will highlight relevant and related topics, invite conversation, then suggest activities, exercises, or possibly challenges for us to explore. Each of these will be designed to support audio, visual, kinesthetic, or tactile learning ability. Step 2, after the, say, conversation or exercise, please jump over and visit my Facebook page, Michener-Rousell, or please post below in the comment section and talk about your experience. Share what you've learned. For example, tell us if your perspective has changed and how you see things around you as a result. Step 3, please share our videos and our posts with others. Tag them, talk to them, encourage them to check out our channel and explore their own holistic being. And step 4, remember to start small in your exercises and build from there. So for our first topic, let's explore a challenge. And let's call it the Do Something Challenge. In light of the tragic discoveries of grave sites at residential schools this year, the June 30th, Day to Listen, and Orange Shirt Day, September 30th, all Canadians were and are being called to action. We're being called to do something to help create a more equitable path towards truth, reconciliation, understanding, and ultimately healing between both Indigenous and non-Indigenous people. In this moment, I encourage you to courageously ask yourself, what can I do to make a difference and help us all move towards reconciliation and holistic healing and wellness? So here's our challenge. Please take time to explore and listen to an Indigenous voice sharing their knowledge, their stories about creation, culture, ceremony, dance, history. And to help initiate this, I've gathered together a few links and posted them below. Then go over to my Facebook page, Michener-Rousell, or post in the comment section below and share what you've learned through simply exploring and listening to understand the content of what you've heard or watched. Then challenge and encourage someone you know to do the same. So that's it. Niao yo, and thank you for tuning into this channel today. I truly hope you will enjoy and learn from the content that will be posted here. I truly hope that we can walk together towards becoming more holistic, balanced people through wisely blending our knowledge and ways of well-being on physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual topics. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. If you have ideas for future topics, please post them in the comment section below. Always remember, one person, one idea, one mindfully explored and shared piece of knowledge does have the ability to impact and change another's perspective and quality of life for the better. Niao yo, and may you go in a good way.